reporting from the 2016 IAB Annual Leadership Meeting in Palm Desert, California. We've just wrapped up our town hall forums, which are intimate opportunities for our members and attendees to get together and debate and discuss the most pressing issues facing the industry. And they're not just discussions, they help us set the agenda for the coming year. Let's hear what they had to say about the next phase of programmatic, what's now and what's next.
I'm Jeff Green, the CEO of the Trade Desk.
I'm Steve Katelman, EVP of Partnerships at Omnicom Media Group. So what did we learn?
So I think the first thing we talked about was television and the migration into programmatic television from traditional television. Lots of controversy.
You wanted to know where the next $50 billion was coming from.
Exactly. So of course we started with television, and what did we learn?
We learned that we're probably not there yet in terms of being ready to do this, but that is everybody's nirvana, if you will.
Yeah, it seems like the desire is absolutely there in TV, and we're also seeing consumers, frankly, drag us into programmatic television because so many of them are going into digital, but there are definitely some obstacles, especially as it relates to measurement. It seems like scale and measuring reach, which is partly because they don't have the reach that traditional television does, are the biggest obstacles.
But eyes on the prize, that's where we're all headed.
That's right. And the good news is we don't have to move over very many percentage points in order to get massive amounts of spend.
A little bit of adoption means a lot of money.
That's right.
What else did you learn?
Oh, so about TV or about the next topic?
I'd like to talk about the next topic.
All right, me too.
Okay, good.
So in header bidding, that's where we had the most amount of controversy. There was a fist fight, I think, between three SSPs. I forget who lost, but there was definitely a lot of arguing about header bidding from the SSPs in particular. But what do we get out of header bidding?
Well, I think header bidding is a new technology that allows to essentially alleviate the waterfall in a publisher's ad stack.
So it kills the waterfall. I guess the debate was around, is it 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or 2 steps forward, 3 steps back with some of the discussion? Where do you think we landed?
2 steps forward, 1 step back. So I think
that's right.
Still moving forward. There's some things we need to figure out, like page load latency. Who suffers, who doesn't. We kind of talked about one big company maybe not being a big fan of it, but it's probably good for the industry to put really bidding into every piece of buy in the digital space.
Exactly. RTB was confined to the very bottom of the waterfall, and header bidding has made it possible for programmatic to basically disrupt most of the waterfall and accelerate the eradication of the waterfall. So all of that is the 2 steps forward. The 1 step back is actually having multiple entries in the header, so that sometimes DSPs like ours are bidding on the same impression in 5 different ways, and that's not necessarily good. But the fact that we're actually getting installs is more progress. So it's net progress, even though there's some downside.
We agreed that kind of works itself out this calendar year.
That's right. We'll get it all worked out this year.
So Jeff, there was a lot of talk about private marketplaces. Where did we net out there?
So I think PMP, or private marketplaces, was probably the most, the topic that we discussed where we think we can have the biggest impact on 2016. And the conversation centered around agencies like yours trying to move over the massive amount of digital dollars that are not in programmatic. And I don't know, how would you summarize what we learned in terms of what we need to do in order to move those over?
Well, I think we talked about, I think you said you guys grew 1,000%.
Yeah.
We obviously did, 10x the amount of private marketplace deals this year than we did last year. And we think that is a good place for us to get, move from our 20% programmatic buy to 50, 60, 70%. So really pushing forward on our private marketplaces is probably a good goal for 2016.
That's right. So the industry has to work together and the deals that you're currently doing with the Condé Nast and the Hearsts of the world that you're doing directly and don't involve programmatic. There is a place for programmatic in that. There's a whole bunch of coordination that has to happen, which if we do that right, can mean incremental billions of dollars for our industry.
We'll do it right.
Yeah.
We'll do it right.
This year.
Yes.
Billions this year.
And I think that sums up exactly what we netted out on, of 2016 really being the year that we wear our big boy pants and are grown up, because this is now real, and we're talking about significant dollars moving through these systems.
That's right. We've talked about a digital sort of being the stepchild or saying, okay, we're the most effective part of the plan, and yet we don't get our fair share of the budget. It could be a topic that we've had at this conference for the last decade. But I think we've run out of excuses in the sense that, okay, we've proven all of that. Why are we not getting more? What do we need to do as an industry to grow up? And this year is more about execution, more about growing up and winning over those budgets because we've proven it. Now let's
The
go do
obstacles
it.
are out of the way.
That's right. It's up to us.
Let's see your 2 steps forward, 1 step back
All right.
move.
Oh, I almost tripped over the cord.
Mine was better.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Hey, see you next year.
Yeah, all right.